All right, Chicago Sky fans, WNBA fans, if you see my last video, I was literally crashing out over the announcement that the Chicago Sky traded our number 3 overall pick for Ariel Atkins. The full trade summary is that the Chicago Sky traded our number 3 overall pick, our 2027 first round pick swap, and 2027 second round pick to the Washington Mystics for Ariel Atkins. Now, was I crashing out because Ariel Atkins isn't good? No. Ariel Atkins is a champion and she's a bucket, but that's part of the problem. The Chicago Sky should be thinking about rebuilding, in my opinion, but instead I think we have another thing in mind, and that's what I'm gonna get into in this video. Let's get into it. And Jeff is betting that the Chicago Sky are gonna win now and win today. That's the bet. Now, is the gamble worth it? Now, if we're looking at who the Chicago Sky could have potentially drafted here, we're looking at Sonia Citron and Olivia Miles, who we wanted to draft, but it's quite likely that she's either not going to declare at all or she's going to be a Seattle Storm, based on how she's been playing this year. So when you're thinking about us potentially getting Sonia Citron, Olivia Miles is likely out, or Dominique Malonga or whoever else, it is very clear and obvious that Ariel Atkins was a more dominant and ready now player than any of the prospects that we could realistically get. And because when we decided to trade Marina Mabrey in the middle of the season, we actually have a pick swap with the Connecticut Sun, which I don't know if you're new here, but have not signed a single free agent, traded away all of their star players. And so they're likely going to be in the lottery draft this year unless something crazy happens. So in my mind, the Chicago Sky and Jeff's thought process is we have to be better than the Connecticut Sun, because even if we crash out, we're going to have to ultimately give them our pick. And it's better off that we're better than them so we could take their pick. You get what I'm saying? As well as the fact that if we're trying to attract free agents and we hope that we have a training facility ready in 2026, even though, spoiler alert, I live in Chicago and I haven't seen any signs of this, but summer is construction season here. The best way that we can get free agents in the Chicago Sky's front office mind, in my mind, is that we should be competitive. Also combine that with a potential new facility, and that will bring free agents here after this new CBA. Here's where they lost me though. The fact that we decided to give a 2027 first round pick swap with the Washington Mystics, and there's no guarantee that Ariel Atkins will even be here after this season, and that we're going to be competitive enough even with this team to be better than the Washington Mystics that are doing it, in my opinion, the right way, building through the draft and taking a risk on this upcoming draft class, and also getting the opportunity to really get some good draft picks in 2027, it's quite possible that this whole grand and bold decision by the Chicago Sky front office will backfire, and that the Washington Mystics or other teams are going to be better than us, that in 2027, when we have the opportunity to get a Juju Watkins or all these other generational players that are coming out after this new CBA drops, that we will not be able to get them. To me, this decision feels very short-sighted. Very short-sighted. There is a lot of talent coming up. And even if they're not coming out this draft, they're coming out in the next 2 draft classes. And to me, even if Ariel Atkins moves the needle a little bit, or at least makes up for what Kennedy was doing for us, I wonder if it's going to be enough. I wonder if this is the right call. To me, Jeff and the Chicago Sky front office have had a history of overplaying their hand and losing. But I don't know. Look, the tables have to turn at some point. So maybe this will be the time. But you guys drop down below and let me know what you think.